Hey, YouTube. I've got a secret, and I'm kind of afraid to admit it because it's pretty bad. But here goes nothing. Now, before you completely dismiss me and unsubscribe, no, I haven't done anything illegal. The cops aren't after me. I'm not addicted to something weird. But it is kind of hard to admit our weaknesses and our failures, and it's hard to admit this one. Here goes nothing. I am bad at finishing music. There, I said it. Video over. Have a good one. I'll see you all in the next upload. Peace. But there's more. I'm guessing that you might have this problem too. I've been there, I've dealt with it, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But I've got 5 tips coming at you on how I think you can get better at finishing music so that you can make more music, make better music, and follow those dreams and make the career out of music that you've always wanted. So, and if you do, welcome. Welcome to the show, welcome to the club. It's my goal to help creative music makers like you get better at making music at home. And a big part of that just happens to be finishing music. So be sure to stick around to the end to get all those tips so that you can start finishing more music today. Before we get into the content, please do me a solid and like, comment, and subscribe below. If I'm just meeting you for the first time, welcome. It's a pleasure. If you've been here before and you've seen my videos, thanks again for sticking around and showing back up. It really does mean the world. I wouldn't be here without your support. So my first suggestion, if you're trying to finish more music, is to start more projects. And that might seem counterintuitive or it might seem obvious, but the idea here is if you're not making enough tracks, if you're not starting enough songs, then you're never going to finish enough songs. And part of the reason I've struggled with finishing songs is because I haven't been happy with the songs I've been working on. And part of that just has to do with the fact that the more you produce, the more you write, the more you make music, the more you do anything, the better you're going to get at it. So maybe right now, you don't have to worry about finishing as much as you have to worry about starting a ton of projects, getting better, and then you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, I really like this song. I want to finish it. And that's going to be the sign, I think, that you should really start pushing through and learning how to finish songs. So maybe you're not there yet. All right, the second tip is coming at you here, and that is to allow yourself to make bad songs. Now, I think one of the best ways to progress as a producer and as an artist or a songwriter is to finish songs that are bad, to get them out of your system and get rid of them. You know, I saw an interview with Ed Sheeran once, and he said that when you're a writer or a producer, it's like you're turning on the water for the first time, and the tap water is going to be really dirty and brown at first. But as it's running, as it's flowing, that's going to get all cleaned out, and eventually you'll get some clear water, some clean water. So it's a matter of time, and it's not only time, but it's also the number of projects you create and the number of songs you finish. So I felt a big pull to kind of ignore the bad songs and just never finish them, but I found there's a strong sense of closure when you actually finish something and go through with it, even if you know you're never going to release it, even if you're not crazy about it, because in your mind you get a sense of accomplishment and you can see it as a finalized project. You know, if you spend years making little works in progress and 8-bar loops and never actually finishing anything, you're going to go that whole period of time and really have nothing to look back on and show yourself. So even if you don't like the music you're making right now, you don't have to be better than you are right now. You just have to do the best with what you can do right now. So make those songs the very best you can. Don't worry about being somewhere else and just finish them. You never have to release them, but they can live there as an example of where you've come and where you're gonna go. Tip number 3 is something that plays really close to my heart, and if you've been keeping up on my videos, you know this about me and you know that I've mentioned it before, but it's just to cool it on the perfectionism. Like that, in my mind, is one of the biggest, if not the biggest cause or reason why we don't release more songs or finish more projects. And it's plagued me most of my life. I'm just now learning to get over it, but it's been such a monster to battle, and I totally get it if you're there. You know, let me know in the comments if you're struggling with perfectionism or if it's affected you at all, and we can kind of have a dialogue on that. But just give yourself a break. Understand that your goal in life is never to be perfect, but rather to put the most effort you can into something wherever you're at. So right now, put as much effort as you can into a project. Put as much effort into a song, make it as good as you can with what you have right now, but stop worrying about being amazing or perfect or doing something other than what you can in the moment. Don't compare yourself to other people because that just feeds into perfectionism. And don't worry about where everyone else is at because you'll get there if you focus on here. That's a key point. Let me say that again. You'll get there if you focus on here. So just do the best you can today and don't sweat the rest. Hey, if you're enjoying these tips, please like, comment, and subscribe below. That interaction propels the channel forward and helps put these videos in front of new viewers, which help me keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you for that. Tip number 4 really helps with all of this stuff and helps fight perfectionism, and that is to set clear goals from the beginning of the project. Now there's a difference between opening up Ableton, playing around, and making something cool and just having fun with it. But it's a totally different thing if you're gonna sit down and say, all right, I'm writing my next single, I'm writing my next EP, and whatnot. So when you are in the mindset of writing for a specific project, it really is a good idea to spend a day mapping out what it should look like, planning your references, what songs should it sound like, what inspiration are you pulling from, what kind of song structure or arrangement, like is the chorus gonna follow the verse, is there gonna be a hook right at the beginning of the track, how are you gonna organize that, and then what instruments or software synthesizers or plugins are you gonna use to capture that sound. So having all of that written down, or at least in your mind, before you start the session makes it a lot less daunting to start the project, and you know where you're going. So it prevents you from getting stuck and unmotivated and eventually shelving the project down the road. All right, now my fifth and final tip is that once you've got a track that's pretty developed and you're about 80% finished, you might be facing that resistance where you're like, I really want to finish this, but I'm struggling. My advice when you get to that point is to reach out for feedback or support. You know, it's so easy to get stuck in our own heads. We live in our studios, especially now with the coronavirus isolation. You know, we don't have contact with the outside world, and it's easy to get in our own heads. Do reach out to friends or people whose opinion you value and ask them what they think of the track. Ask for advice. Have them listen to it with you and talk through it and think about where's the weak points, where's the strong points, what did they love, what did they hate. I feel like doing something like this with someone you trust can really be the final push you need to finish the rest of that song and get it out there and be happy with it. Well, that wasn't so bad. I feel a lot better that I got it off my chest. It can kind of be intimidating to admit our weaknesses, but I think it's the first step to growing stronger. These are things I've been working on, and hopefully you will get some value out of them too, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that relates to this. So, like always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay at home, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next upload. Peace!